Hey guys, I'm Jen. Welcome back to Altruistic FarmStead. Today I'm going to show you how to make Comfrey salve. This stuff is amazing and it's so simple to make.
I'm going to start off by grating some beeswax. This stuff is so hard. We had some beehives that I rendered this from, so it's all natural and it's just yellow and beautiful, but it is a pain in the butt to grate up. Now I'm taking some organic coconut oil and putting it in a mason jar because that's what I'll be using as my double boiler. And I'm going to put it in the microwave for 1 minute to melt it because it's easier to measure accurately when it's melted, in my opinion. So after 1 minute, it's not completely melted, but it is melted enough to where I can measure it accurately. If you can't see, I'm pointing at the 8-ounce line on the mason jar. And now I'm going to take this Comfrey olive oil that I made, and I'm going to add 1 cup of it to the mason jar and just measure it up to the 16-ounce or 2-cup line on the jar. Next, I'm going to turn the stove on high, and I put a plate in the bottom of my pan because I don't have a double boiler. So I just didn't want to set the jar directly on the bottom of the pan. Also, don't ever put a cold jar in hot water. I'm sure you know that, but it'll break. I measured the beeswax to 2 ounces. You can put a little more if you'd like to make it a little bit thicker of a salve. And then here I'm going to add the beeswax in, and I was trying to record it in a way where you could see when it melts because it's just really cool when it melts. So, if you didn't know, Comfrey salve contains allantoin, I think is how you say it, a substance that helps new skin cells grow. It also has other substances that help reduce pain, inflammation, and keep the skin healthy. Comfrey salve can be used to treat bruises as well as pulled muscles, ligaments, fractures, sprains, strains, osteoarthritis, wounds, ulcers, muscle soreness, rheumatoid arthritis, varicose veins, gout, and even a variety of rashes, including diaper rash. So it has a ton of uses. Here I'm stirring it, and I try to get the stuff off the side of the jar. That way there's just no chunks or lumps in the finished product. It wouldn't hurt anything if there was. I just want mine to be completely smooth. And then when it's done, my jar isn't that hot. You can see me touching it to test it, but it's not that hot. So I just lift it out of the jar. Beeswax has to get to 145 degrees to melt. And then I held it up to the light so that I could look through it, and it's a really beautiful green color, but also so that I could make sure that everything was dissolved. Here I'm just adding my essential oil, and this is just for preference. I mean, you can put any kind of essential oil in it that you want. The customer that ordered this wanted sweet orange, so I put that in there. But, different essential oils have different benefits, and you can put as little or as much in there as you'd like. The jar's hot, so I'm wrapping it with a paper towel so I don't burn myself. But I am weighing each container. I'm making 4-ounce containers as well as 2-ounce containers. So I put the empty container on my scale and I zeroed it out so that it would have a tare weight. And then I filled this container until it was exactly 4 ounces. Then I used my jar grabber thing for canning. I know there's a more specific term for it than that, and I very carefully move it to the side and try not to spill it because on these containers it fills them to the tippy top. Then I turn my scale off again. I put a 2-ounce container on and get a tare weight on it. And then I fill it to exactly 2 ounces, which isn't quite to the very, very top of it. On our Etsy store, I sell the 4-ounce containers and the 2-ounce containers in a variety of different scents with different essential oils. Here we go again. Just moving it very carefully to the side where it can cool. And then this made 2 4-ounce containers and I think 5 2-ounce containers with almost an ounce in the last container. And then I thought this was really cool to show you guys, was how it like looks over time. So I did a time lapse so you could see how it changes in color, which is really awesome. But anyway, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Have a blessed day.